Never forget how blessed you are to be alive. It is a miracle that you get to take your next breath. When you begin each moment from a space of deep gratitude for the opportunity to be alive, your entire reality will mold into something pleasant. You are finding deep fulfillment in life. Type yes if you agree. God is saying to you today, I'm not going to waste anything. It's all a part of the process. The difficulties, the delays, the unfair situations, if you keep the right attitude, you'll see that it's working together for your good. 11:11. Tomorrow morning, God is going to drop you a miracle that will cancel every worry in your life. Save this to claim it now. Type 11:11 if you believe. One day you will understand why your timing was perfect and why things had to happen exactly the way they did. To protect you, to guide you, and to redirect you to where you were always meant to be. Trust the process of your path, evolution, and growth. It's all divine timing. Type yes if you agree. Today's verse. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to His purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. Today's message. You are stepping into a season of answered prayers. You will receive blessing after blessing. You will know that God was listening and working on your behalf all along. You are in a powerful chapter of growth right now. The action you are taking to become better each day will be felt for the rest of your lifetime. Don't be fooled, the greatest transformations begin with the smallest steps. You shifted your consciousness into a higher frequency. By law, you are now manifesting everything in harmony with this higher frequency. Your environment is a mirror to the inner world. Great change is upon you. Type yes if you agree. God is saying to you today, do not worry. I took care of you this year, and I will be there for you next year. Let me handle the problems that have caused you anxiety. I will pave the way for you. I will open doors for you. Trust me and stay focused on me. Have patience while waiting for me. My love for you is greater than you can imagine. I'll always be there for you. 222. If you are seeing this, you are about to get a huge amount of wealth in 3 to 5 days. Don't risk skipping this, karma is real. At least save this post. Type yes if you believe. God says, don't even think about giving up. You are going to make it, no matter what it looks like right now. I know you're worried about your finances, your health, and your family. Remember, I always work in your favor. I will bless you today with peace, healing and victory if you don't quit. I am going to bring something beautiful out of this ugly situation. Get ready for your blessings. Repeat to yourself, I am a millionaire. Financial abundances are on its way. I am ready for massive shifts. I am surrounded by miracle angels. Type yes to affirm. I heard the Lord say, you have entered into a season of recovery. What was lost shall be found. What was stolen shall be returned. What was forfeited in fear will be reclaimed, restarted, and finished. Prepare your heart to recover relationships, health, finances, opportunities, and zeal for life. Time will be restored, for your times are in my hands. What you thought you missed I'm bringing back around again. You won't lose it, you won't miss it, and you can't mess it up. The time is now. Full recovery is headed to you. The universe is about to bless you for all the time you had to wait. Any setback you have experienced will be a powerful advantage for you. Are you ready for your sudden breakthroughs? Type yes if you needed this. I heard the Lord say, the recent attacks on your character are attempts to get you out of character and out of the Spirit. Let go of the offense quickly. Lock eyes with me and my word. I will clothe you from on high. I will fill you to overflow with my Spirit. Stand still. Hold your peace. You've got nothing to prove. No defense needed, for I am your defense. No rebuttal needed, vengeance is mine. I am fighting for you. I love it when something so profoundly personal, that you know, he sees your pain. He does what only he can do, to remind you, he is God, and there is no other. If you told what he did, they probably wouldn't believe you. And that makes me smile. The angels are saying to you today, show up for yourself as much as you do for others. Prioritize your needs today and do what's needed for you. You're so very important. Angel message for you. Your connection with your divinity is at hand now as you prepare to explore the depths of who you really are. Often, uncoupling yourself from old ways of being and old, outdated belief systems will help you to get to the foundations of how you have been operating up until now. When you explore this deeply, you will hear the true whispers of your heart and soul that will tell you your own truth and what it is you are really yearning for. Know that you must nurture yourself first and take care of your own needs before you can give to others. This is not selfish but essential, especially if you are in world service. When your inner voice is strong, you will be able to serve others better coming from a place of strength and inner knowing. Genuine love is coming into your life. You're attracting the love of your life. The month of December is going to be one of the best months of your life. Type yes if you agree. The universe is saying to you today, do you trust me when my answer is wait? Everything you've been working so hard for is going to work out. What you are going through now is only temporary. Don't give up on your dreams. A big part of your calling, of your purpose, is beginning to tell you that you're ready. You couldn't focus on your gifts before because you were too busy trying to stabilize the ship. Rightfully so. There's been a ton of noise and confusion in your life, but now, balance is being offered to you. Making room for the greater good of what was always meant to be of you. Embrace your strengths, and create something beautiful from your flaws. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30. Don't discredit yourself. You're strong, worthy, valuable, and powerful. Use your energy to create good thoughts, don't bring yourself down. Things don't always go the way we want, but that doesn't mean good things aren't on the way. Believe and trust. Type yes if you agree. You know, Once in a while life can feel like an endless excursion with endless exciting bends in the road. In any case, today, the universe is murmuring in your ear, advising you that each and every step you take is a venturing stone to the following section of your life. Trust at this time, old buddy, since you are precisely where you are intended to be at the present time. In this huge universe, there is a power more noteworthy than every one of us, God. What's more, He has a directive for you as well. He believes you should realize that everything is meeting up for you. Indeed, you heard it right. The difficulties, the mishaps, the triumphs, they are all essential for a well-thought-out plan that is unfurling only for you. At the point when we discuss endowments, referencing Jesus is unimaginable not. He strolled this world with affection and empathy in his heart, spreading his heavenly light any place he went. What's more, today, his gifts are pouring downward on you. Open your heart and get them with appreciation. Presently, we should go to a definitive manual forever, the Book of Scriptures. It's loaded up with stanzas that bring solace and strength during our most obscure minutes. One of my top picks is Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you," proclaims the ruler, plans to succeed you and not to hurt you, plans to give you trust and a future. Pause for a minute to let these words hit home. You are bound to exceed all expectations sooner or later. Confidence, the key, opens the way to supernatural occurrences. Put stock in yourself and confidence in the heavenly timing of the universe. In any event, when things appear to be questionable or testing, have confidence that the universe is scheming in support of yourself. Keep in mind, old buddy, you are never alone on this excursion. Thus, as we wrap up this wonderful message from the universe, God, and Jesus, I believe you should take a full breath and feel the adoration encompassing you. You truly deserve every one of the favors that are coming your direction. Continue to push ahead with certainty and realize that the universe has you covered. Might it be said that you are prepared to get all that you've petitioned God for? Indeed, prepare to have your mind blown. God is orchestrating everything in support of yourself. In the midst of vulnerability and uncertainty, losing hope is simple. Be that as it may, let me help you to remember the force of supplication and the commitments saw as in the Book of Scriptures. God's message is clear, and His endowments are en route to you. The good book is loaded up with sections that accentuate the significance of supplication and how God pays attention to all our words. In Matthew 21 verse 22, Jesus says, "And anything you ask in petition, you will get, assuming you have confidence." Isn't unreasonably mind-boggling? God is only hanging tight for us to come to Him with our cravings and dreams. Thus, old buddy, now is the right time to spill your guts to God. Share your most profound longings and dreams with Him, realizing that He is listening eagerly. According to recall Philippians 4 verses 6 to 7, which, "Don't be restless about anything, yet in everything by petition and request with thanksgiving let your solicitations be spread the word for God." What's more, the tranquility of God, which outperforms all comprehension, will watch your hearts and your brains in Christ Jesus. God's message is clear. He believes us should trust Him sincerely and accept that He will accommodate us. In Jeremiah 29 verse 11, He says, "For I know the plans I have for you," proclaims the Master, plans for government assistance and not so much for evil, to give you a future and an expectation. Isn't it astonishing to realize that God has an arrangement explicitly custom-made for every last one of us? Thus, my dear companion, I urge you to have confidence and show restraint. Believe that God is working in the background, organizing everything in support of yourself. In any event, when it appears as though nothing is going on, recollect Isaiah 40 verse 31, which says, "Yet they who hang tight for the Master will restore their solidarity, they will mount up with wings like hawks, they will run and not be tired, they will walk and not weak." God's favors are en route to you. So continue supplicating, continue to accept, and keep your heart open to get all that God has coming up for you. He cherishes you genuinely and needs only awesome for you. Trust in His timing and His arrangement, for it is great. Keep in mind, old buddy, God is organizing everything in support of yourself. So clutch your confidence and watch as supernatural occurrences unfurl in your life. Remain favored. You know, life can be intense. We as a whole face difficulties, deterrents, and minutes when we simply need to surrender. Yet, you will scarcely believe, my companions, it's during those times that our actual strength is uncovered. It's the point at which we continue onward, notwithstanding the difficulties, that we position ourselves for a greatly improved life. I've gained from my stumbles, and I've abused one obstruction after the following. Furthermore, you can as well. Yet, how? How would we track down the solidarity to continue onward? All things considered, everything begins with our confidence, our faithful faith in God's arrangement for us. The good book is loaded up with strong messages and sections that can direct us through any tempest. One of my top choices is from Jeremiah 29 verse 11, "For I know the plans I have for you," pronounces the ruler, "plans to flourish you and not to hurt you, plans to give you trust and a future." Isn't unreasonably astonishing? God has an arrangement for all of us. He believes that us should succeed, to flourish, and to carry on with a daily existence loaded up with trust and reason. Yet, it depends on us to take advantage of that heavenly direction and adjust our activities to His will. Petitioning God is a useful asset in associating with God. It's our immediate line of correspondence with Him. At the point when we supplicate with truthfulness and an open heart, we welcome God's presence into our lives. We give up our concerns and fears, and we believe that He will direct us in the correct course. What's more, we should not fail to remember the inconceivable messages of adoration and sympathy that Jesus brought to this world. His lessons help us to remember the significance of generosity, pardoning, and compassion. At the point when we embrace these qualities, we change our own carries-on with as well as the existences of people around us. So my companions, I urge you to challenge your whole approach to being. Embrace confidence, plunge into the sacred texts, and let God's message guide you towards a superior life. Keep in mind, everything is in your domain of plausibility when you have confidence. I believe you should realize that all of your energy is plotting for your best courses of action. You include the power inside you to defeat any snag and make a day-to-day existence loaded up with favors. Have confidence in yourself, trust in God's arrangement, and watch as marvels unfurl before your eyes. Hello there, companions. Might you at any point trust it? We've ventured into the last month of 2023. As we approach the finish of this current year, normal to ponder the sections are shutting in our lives. For my purposes, a significant life part is reaching a conclusion, and I'm loaded up with blended feelings. Be that as it may, guess what? I accept that finding profound satisfaction ought to be our subject for 2024. Now is the right time to abandon what no longer serves us and make a daily existence we can genuinely go gaga for. What's more, in this pursuit, we should recall that change is the gateway for new ways to open. One thing that has consistently brought me comfort and direction is petition. Petitioning God is our immediate line of correspondence with God. It's where we can spill our guts, look for His insight, and track down solace in His presence. Thus, we should focus on it to fortify our association with God through supplication in the approaching year. Presently, how about we jump into the book of Scriptures? A mother lode of messages and refrains can move and elevate us. One stanza that resounds profoundly with me is Jeremiah 29 verse 11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you, proclaims the Master, plans to succeed you and not to hurt you, plans to give you trust and a future." This refrain advises us that God has a reason for every last one of us, and His arrangements are consistently for our benefit. One more impressive message from God can be found in Isaiah 41 verse 10. According to it, "So don't fear, for I'm with you, don't be alarmed, for I'm your God. I will reinforce you and help you, I will maintain you with my honorable right hand." This section is a delightful update that even despite difficulties, we are rarely alone. God is generally close by, prepared to guide and support us. Confidence is the foundation of our relationship with God. Jude 11:1 characterizes confidence as trust in what we expect and confirmation about what we don't have the foggiest idea. It's tied in with confiding in God's commitments and accepting that He will satisfy them in His amazing luck. In this way, we should sustain our confidence and permit it to be the main impetus behind our activities and choices. As we leave on this excursion towards profound satisfaction, we should recollect that God's message is one of adoration, elegance, and absolution. Regardless of what missteps we've made or how far we might have wandered, God's affection is dependably there to embrace us. Thus, let go of responsibility and disgrace, and embrace the favors that come from a re-established relationship with Him. All in all, my companions, as we step into 2024, we should focus on supplication, drench ourselves in the insight of the book of Scriptures, reinforce our confidence, and embrace God's message of adoration and beauty. Thusly, we can make a day-to-day existence that brings us genuine satisfaction and permits us to encounter the gifts that God has coming up for us. Keep in mind, change is the entry for new ways to open. We should step into this new year with certainty and incredible skill, realizing that God is with us constantly. In the midst of vulnerability, questioning ourselves and question our abilities is normal. However, my dear companion, I believe you should recollect that in those very minutes, your inward strength sparkles the most brilliant. It's during these difficult times that we genuinely find what's really under the surface. So today, I welcome you to trust yourself and trust the cycle. How about we go to the book of Scriptures for some heavenly direction? In Matthew 7 verse 7, it says, "Ask and it will be given to you, look for and you will find, thump and the entryway will be open to you." This stanza advises us that when we petition God with confidence in our souls, He hears us and gives us the strength we want. So we should pause for a minute to interface with God through petition. Dear God, in the midst of uncertainty and vulnerability, we precede you looking for your direction and strength. We confide in your heavenly arrangement for our lives and request your endowments to make us exuberantly pleased. Assist us with going up against our feelings of dread head-on, knowing that with you close by, we are relentless. Give us the mental fortitude to get out of our usual ranges of familiarity and embrace each open door that comes our direction. We give our questions and instabilities over to you, realizing that your affection and elegance will direct us toward significance. So be it. Now that we've associated with God through supplication, now is the right time to allow our tenacious soul to be the main thrust behind each certain move we make. Keep in mind, old buddy, that confidence without activity is just a wish. As James 2 verse 17 expresses, confidence without help from anyone else, in the event that it isn't joined by activity, is dead. So we should make an enlivened move towards our objectives and dreams. Get out of your usual range of familiarity, overcome your apprehensions, and trust that God has furnished you with all that you really want to succeed. Have confidence in yourself however much God trusts in you. You are more grounded than you suspect, and your confidence has the ability to move heaven and earth. Trust yourself, trust your interaction, and let your tenacious soul guide you towards a daily existence loaded up with favors and overflow. As we leave on this new year, it's memorable essential that God has an arrangement for all of us. He believes that us should encounter veritable love, overflow, and bliss in our lives. Be that as it may, how would we take advantage of these endowments? Indeed, my companions, everything begins with petition. Petitioning God is our immediate line of correspondence with God. It is through petition that we can communicate our most profound longings, expectations, and dreams. Thus, we should pause for a minute to interface with the heavenly and petition God for the inconceivable year that lies ahead. In the Holy Book, we find endless refrains that discuss God's commitments and His longing to plentifully favor His kids. One such refrain is Jeremiah 29 verse 11, which says, "For I know the plans I have for you," pronounces the Master, plans to succeed you and not to hurt you, plans to give you trust and a future. Isn't it soothing to realize that God has plans to flourish us? Plans that will bring us trust and a future overflowing with happiness? This section fills in as an update that we are meriting every one of the endowments that come our direction. In any case, confidence is the key that opens these gifts. It is through immovable confidence that we can show our greatest dreams. Put stock in yourself, darling, since God trusts in you. Have confidence that He will direct you towards your motivation and entryways you never imagined. Recall the expressions of Matthew 21 verse 22, which says, "And anything that you ask in petition, you will get, on the off chance that you have confidence." Let this section be a steady update that your confidence has the ability to move heaven and earth and get marvels going. As we step into 2024, how about we clutch God's message of affection and gifts? We should confide in His heavenly arrangement for our lives. Realize that you are meriting the absolute best, darling. Have faith in yourself and the unimaginable expected that exists in you. You know, some of the time life can overpower. We face difficulties, fears, and questions that cause us to feel frail. Yet, listen to this, God has us covered. He maintains that us should trust Him totally, to give our feelings of dread and stresses over to Him. Petitioning God is an incredible asset. It's our immediate line of correspondence with God. At the point when we ask, we welcome Him into our lives and allow Him to work wonders. In this way, we should go to the expression of God and discover a few sections that address the force of giving our lives over to Him. According to in Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30, Jesus, "Come to me, all you who are fatigued and troubled, and I will give you rest. Take my burden upon you and gain from me, for I'm delicate and humble in heart, and you will track down rest for your spirits. For my burden is simple and my weight is light." Isn't it unbelievable that Jesus welcomes us to set out our weights at His feet? He guarantees rest for our fatigued spirits. We should simply give ourselves over to Him. At the point when we opt for confidence over dread and give our lives over to God, astonishing things occur. We become more sure, more fearless, and stronger. We tap into a power that is more prominent than whatever we might at any point accomplish all alone. Romans 8 verse 37 says, "No, in everything we are more than victors through Him who cherished us." This stanza advises us that we are vanquishers as well as more than champions. We have the force of God inside us, enabling us to conquer any impediment or dread that comes our direction. In this way, my companions, how about we pursue the decision to give our lives over to God as opposed to endeavoring to overcome our feelings of dread in our own solidarity? We should trust Him totally and permit His gifts to stream into our lives. Keep in mind, giving up to the ruler is certainly not an indication of shortcoming, it's reals a showcase and trust. Thus, how about we embrace this wonderful acquiescence and experience the mind-boggling endowments that accompany it?